Welcome back to an episode of Let's Build Twitter. We're in episode 113. As always, if you guys do want access to the private repository, there's a video linked in the description below that walks you through exactly how you can gain access to that, as well as if you guys want to hang out with me while I'm working and tinkering on the project. I also live stream about twice a week, and my schedule is listed down below as well. So let's hop into what we work on today. In this episode, we work on setting up pop-up modals for when a user wants to edit or add a description to their image, and for when users want to tag others in an image. We do this by setting up a new Redux slice to keep track of which modal should be visible at this time, and we make use of a reusable modal component to make the skeleton for the pop-ups. As always, I'm Ethan Encoder, and let's hop straight into the development. Now that we've got the ability to add images and remove images, I want to make it so that whenever we click on this edit button, it actually pops up a modal and all of that good stuff. So let's hop back into our application here. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to open this up, and we need to actually go into our slices and make a new file, and we're going to call this modal slice. And inside a modal slice, we're going to set up a new slice. Let's go ahead and import, import. And I don't think we actually need payload action for this. So it's going to import create slice. This is going to come from Redux.js toolkit. And we're going to go ahead and set up an interface. And we'll go ahead and call this modal slice state. And this will just start out with a display, edit post image. And this will be a boolean. And then underneath this, we'll go ahead and say const initial state is a modal slice state. And this will be equal to display post image. And this will be false to start out because we don't want to display the modal. Then we'll go ahead and say export const modal slice. This is going to equal to create slice. And inside of here, we want a object inside here. Name will be modal. We'll have our initial state, and then we'll have our reducers. So our reducers will be very simple. We'll start out with update, display, and this is going to be edit post image. This is just taking in the states, and then this is going to say state is equal to ... state, and no. This should be ... state. I don't know why it's doing that. And then we're going to say display edit post image is equal to not state display edit post image. And we also want to go ahead and return the state. There we go. And then at the bottom, let's go ahead and export what we need. So export const. We're going to say update display post images equal to modal slice actions. And then we're going to export a default, and this is going to be a modal slice reducer. Yep. Then we need to go into our store and register this. So let's go ahead and close out of that. We're closed out of that for now, and I think we're good to go there. I don't think we need the utils at this moment. Then we're going to go into our store, and inside our store, let's go ahead and import our modal reducer from / redux / slices / modal slice. And then we'll just go in here and say a modal is modal reducer. There we go. So now we have that all set up, but now we need to set up basically the skeleton modals for each of the things that we want to pop up. So we'll go ahead into our components, new folder, and we'll say feed post creator edit image modal. And this is just going to take a file. So feed bucket type feed post creator edit image modal.tsx. Hopefully I spelled that right. And we're just going to import React from React. We're going to import our modal from our components. We're just going to export const, and this is going to say feed post creator edit image modal, and this will be a react.function component equal to an arrow function, and we will return. And inside the return, we're going to have a modal. Our modal needs a top content, and this will just be equal to top. For now, it needs a content, which will just be equal content for now. And then it will need a bottom content, which will just be equal to bottom now. This one might get refactored at a later date. Not sure. So now we also need to make the top of this to go in here. So let's go ahead and make that by making a new folder. Call this feed post creator, edit image modal top. And inside we'll make a new file, feed post creator, edit image modal top.tsx. We'll make a new file, feed post creator, edit image modal top.css. All right, and let's close out this. So now we'll go ahead and we'll import React from React. We're also going to import our / and we're going to grab the feed post creator, edit modal, this would be edit image modal top.css, that way we just have it, and then we'll also import the other things as we go. Export const feed post creator, edit image modal top is a react.function component. It doesn't take in any props. And we're going to go ahead and say const dispatch is an app dispatch equal to use dispatch, and we'll import those like so. We'll also say const close modal is equal to an arrow function that doesn't do anything at this point. Then we're going to have our return. So have a div, the class name equal to, and this will be feed dash post dash creator dash edit dash image dash modal dash top. And then in here we'll have another div, the class name equal to feed dash post creator dash edit dash image dash modal dash top dash left. And then inside of this div we'll have a div class name equal to, and this is going to be feed dash post dash creator dash edit dash image dash modal dash top dash back. And this is where we have an on click equal to our close modal. And inside here we're going to have an arrow back, and this is going to say sx equal to, and we're going to have a font size maybe equal to 18 px. Then underneath this we'll have a p class name equal to feed dash post dash creator dash edit dash image dash modal dash top dash text. And this will say crop media because that's kind of like the default for this. Then outside we'll have a button, the class name equal to feed dash post dash creator dash edit dash image dash modal dash save. On click we'll also go ahead and close modal. So this will also probably need to do something else, but we'll deal with that whenever we get to that point. And then this will say save. So this is our basic HTML, and then this will just dispatch. This is going to dispatch update current post, or update. This should be update display. I could type display edit post image, which will just set it to false because it should be true if you see it. So that's good to go. So let's go ahead and set up the CSS and kind of get this opening and closing. So inside of the CSS, let's just go ahead and go from the top. So we'll say this, so dot this, and then we'll say width is 100%. Our height be 50 px. Our display is flex. Our align items is center, and then our justify content is space between, and we have a padding on the left of 12 px and a padding on the right of 12 px. Then next we have our top left, so let's grab top left, just save a little bit of time here. Top left, and this will be a width of 30%. This is arbitrary, it is kind of grabbed a random width. Height will be 100%. whoops, 100%. Display will still be flex. Align items will be center. And then our justified content will be spaced between as well. Just kind of space out that content a little bit. Then we have our top back. Let's go ahead and copy in top back. Top back will have height, whoops, 30 px, maybe. It'll have a width of 30 px. It'll have a border radius of 100%. And it's going to have a display flex as well because we're going to center everything. So align items in the center and justify content in the center. All right. And then we need to do a hover effect on our back. So copy this and say hover. Inside of here, we're going to have a, we're going to have a background color of RGBA. This will be 0.15. So this one's pretty light. We'll also have a cursor, a pointer. And then we just got a couple more here. Now we have the text top or top text. So let's deal with the top text. So top text will be width of, not width. We'll have a margin of 0. We're going to have a font size of 20 px. We'll have a font weight of 600. And we'll have a font dash family of Ubuntu. And this is sans dash serif. And then finally, we have our save. So let's grab our feed, post, creator, edit, image, modal, save. And this will be a width of 75 px. Target type, height of 30 px. It's going to have a border radius of 15 px. It'll have a border of none. Background color of black. A color of white. Then a font size of 15 px and a font weight of 600. Then we need a hover effect on that. So let's go ahead and copy this and say this and hover. And now this will say background color. This one is a little bit darker. So RGBA 000.85. And then we'll also have a cursor, a pointer like so. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I didn't typo anything. But inside of our modal here, we're going to go ahead and bring this in. We're going to get rid of this top content. And we're going to say feed, post, creator, edit, image, modal, top. And put that in there. And we also need to go ahead and set this up inside of the home page. So let's come into our pages and we're going to go into pages and home.tsx. Then inside of our home.tsx, we're going to set up a new state. We're going to say const, and this is going to say display, edit, image, modal is equal to a use selector, state of root state, and this will return state dot, and then this is modal and dot display edit post. And then all we're going to do is go down inside of the home and we're going to go ahead and say display, display edit image modal, and then we're going to say feed post creator edit image modal like so. So whenever it's true, it'll actually pop up. And now we need to go back into our image itself and make it so we can pop it up when it's true. So to do that, we'll go ahead and just say const edit image. So const edit image is equal to an arrow function. And this is just going to say dispatch. And we're going to dispatch update display edit image like so, and make sure we call this as a function like that. And then whenever we click on edit here, we're going to actually pass in edit image and save that. And now we should be able to actually view that. So let's go ahead and take a look. So if we go ahead and click on this and throw an image in there and then click edit, it pops up. We have the top. We obviously need to make the editing or the cropping and all that, but that's good to go. Hit save, it closes it. And if we come back in here, edit, and hit back, it also closes it. Cool. So that's good to go. Now let's also make it so whenever we click on tag people, it pops up the tag people, and then we also need to do the add description. Let's go ahead and do that. So this will start back out inside of the slice. So I'm going to open the slice back up, so modal slice. And now let's go ahead and add a display, and this will be tag people, and this will also be a boolean. And then now here we'll have a display tag people as false, and we're going to go ahead and create a reducer. So update display tag people. This will take in the state. We'll say state is equal to ... maybe state, stop it, VS Code, and this will be display tag people is equal to not state dot display tag people, and then we need to make sure we return state. Then let's go ahead and export this. So that's good to go. Now we need to make the skeleton like we did before. So let's get rid of this. We'll get rid of the top. We'll get rid of that. And then we'll go ahead and come back into here. And we're going to make a new folder. This will be feed post creator. And this will be called tag people modal. And inside here, we'll make a new file. So feed post creator tag people modal.tsx. And this one again, we'll just import React from React and import our modal. Whoops. Like a type, import our modal, export const feed post creator, or feed post, creator tag people modal is a React function components equal to this. We'll return, and we're just going to do the same thing. We'll return a modal with top content. We'll start out with the top content just equal to top, and then we'll have our content equal to, let's have content for now. Then we'll have our bottom content equal to bottom. Again, I might make a modal in the future to replace this because I don't know if this one actually has bottom content, but it is what it is. So of course, now we need to make the top part of this. So let's come back in here, make a new folder, feed post creator, tag people modal top, and make a new file, feed post creator, tag people modal top.tsx, and a new file, feed post creator tag people modal top.css, import React from React. And we'll also go ahead and just import the / feed post creator tag people modal top.css, export const feed post creator tag people modal top react.fc equal to an arrow function. We'll return. We'll have a div with a class name equal to, and from here what we'll go ahead and do is we'll say feed dash post dash creator dash tag dash people dash modal dash top. This one's similar as well, but another div, the class name equal to feed dash post dash creator dash tag dash people modal dash top dash left, like a type. Then inside here I have another div, class name equal to feed dash post dash creator dash tag dash people dash modal dash top dash close. This one have an on click equal to close modal, which we'll need to create. Then here we'll have a close icon for Material UI, SX equal to, and font size will be 18px. Again, very similar to the last one. Let's go ahead and just say const close modal is equal to, and this won't take anything, but we will need a dispatch, so we'll say const dispatch. This will be an app dispatch equal to use dispatch, like so, and then we'll just dispatch, and we're going to dispatch our update display tag people, like so. And then finally in here, we need another P with a class name equal to feed dash post dash creator dash tag dash people dash modal dash top dash text. And then here, we're just going to say tag people. It looks like this should be uppercase. Then outside of the top left, we'll have another button, class name equal to feed dash post dash creator dash tag people modal done. And this is just going to say done. For some reason I have it disabled, so I'll put it on disabled. I don't know why I have it disabled, but it is what it is. There is our pop. Let's go ahead and style it and get it onto the page for the end of the episode. So we'll start out with our feed post creator top like this. And this will say width 100%, height 50px. We'll say display of flex, and we'll have an align items of center, a justify content of space between, space dash between, and then a padding left of 12. Again, this is basically the same, so we probably should figure out a way to share the CSS, something that we can probably do at a later date, but I just want this to work. All right, so there's that. Let's do the top left. So copy top left and say dot this. Width will be 30%. And then our height will be 100%. We will have a display of flex and an align items of center and a justify content of space between. Oops, space between. Right, and then we need our top close. So we come back in here, grab our top close, copy this, dot top close, and then this will be a height 30px, a width of 30px. Then we will have a border radius of 100%, 10%, 100%. We'll have a display of flex, and we want to center the stuff, so justify content center, align items center, and then we'll copy and paste this and say hover, and here we'll just have a background color of RGBA 000.15, pretty light, then a cursor pointer. Cool. Couple more things here. So now we have our top text. So let's grab our top text and do this. Here we'll have a margin of 0 since our reset didn't work. Font size of 20px. We're going to have a font weight of 600. We'll have a font family, again, of Ubuntu. And this is sans-serif. Right, and then now we just have our modal done. So let's grab our modal done, copy this, and say dot modal done. The width will be 75px. Our height will be 30px. We're going to have a border radius of 15px. We're going to have a border of none. Next, we will have a background color of black and a color of white and a font dash size of 15px, as well as a font weight of 600. Now we'll need to go ahead and copy this and do a hover effect, make some space, and this will have a background color RGBA 000.8, and a cursor pointer. So now, once again, let's go ahead and throw this into the top of the tag people modal. So we'll say feed post creator tag people modal top. And we need to go ahead and import this. All right, and then we also need to do the same thing we did with the home page. So inside of home, I'm going to set up the same exact thing here. So let's copy this. And instead of edit image, this will be tag people. And this will be tag people. Then what we'll do is we'll come down here and we'll say display tag people modal and feed post creator tag people modal, like so. So now whenever we set that to true, it'll work. And now let's go ahead and just add the on clicks. So we're going to go back into our images this time, and I'm going to get rid of this console.log. I'm not concerned about it. We are going to grab dispatch. So dispatch as an app dispatch is equal to use dispatch, like that. Then we're going to say const, and this will say toggle tag people equal to this. And then this will say dispatch, and we're going to dispatch update tag display tag people, like so. I'm also going to preemptively say toggle, and this is edit image. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to say dispatch. This is going to say update. Update display edit post image. Right? Because whenever we click on the tag people, we want an on click here equal to toggle tag people. And then here we want on click on this one equal to toggle edit image. That should, I believe, be good. Now we're going to have to do a little bit of styling a little bit and some other things, but I think that we're fairly well ready to go. So let's go ahead and take a look. So let's go ahead and grab an image. And if we click on tag people, pops up tag people, it closes, click on add description. Comes up is this. Now we might have to do a little bit of work on this, but that's completely fine. I think that is good to go for now. Next episode, we'll do a little bit more work on making it so that whenever we grab images and whatnot, it's going to go ahead and basically append the images and all of that good stuff and get all of that working. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Unfortunately, that's going to be it for today. If you guys enjoyed, please stick around for the next episode by hitting that subscribe button. You'll know exactly when it comes out, especially at that bell icon. If you did enjoy the content today, please sure leave a thumbs up. If you did enjoy it, leave a thumbs down. Either way, it helps out with the algorithm all the same. And finally, if you have any suggestions or feedback for me, make sure you leave a comment down below. With that being said, I appreciate you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. Peace out, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.